There is good everywhere, if you know where to look. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times people gave us faith in humanity. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at moments where people went above and beyond to help someone else.
But instead of passing Arden, Megan took her in her arms, propping her up when all hope seemed lost.
Number 10. Lemonade stand for a friend. Quinn Callender may have only been 7, but he already knew the value of friendship and hard work. When he found out his best friend Braden needed expensive surgery for his cerebral palsy, he started a classic lemonade stand.
And when I got home and I saw how painful it was for him, I wanted to fundraise for him with a lemonade stand.
Realizing you'd need to sell a lot of lemonade to raise $15,000, Quinn's mother started an online fundraiser to assist in his efforts.
He has cerebral palsy and he needs an operation. That costs a lot of money. Please donate.
With a goal of $20,000, the fundraiser actually pulled in $61,487, making sure Braden got his surgery. This story not only restores our faith in humanity, but also teaches us what true friendship looks like. Number 9. Motorists stop to help woman out of burning car. Sometimes people can be amazing on pure instinct. When a tractor-trailer's brakes failed on the highway, the truck plowed through traffic, creating a 10-car accident. One woman was left trapped in her flaming car, a terrifying prospect. Within seconds, other motorists rallied together to save her. They ran to the burning car, some armed with fire extinguishers, while ignoring the very real danger to themselves. Thanks to everyone's quick actions and teamwork, the woman was pulled from her car without any major injuries, and everyone survived the accident. Number 8. Domino's Pizza saves an elderly woman's life. Jean Wilson was a big fan of pizza. At the age of 82, Wilson would order the same pizza at the same Domino's restaurant every single day. Naturally, the staff grew to know her pretty well, and her order became a routine, especially for delivery driver Susan Guy. When Jean went 3 days without placing her order, Susan got concerned and paid a visit. When no one answered the door, Guy called 911, which was fortunate. It turns out that Jean had fallen, and if it hadn't been for Susan going out of her way to check on her, she might not have lived. Number 7. Japanese elders clean radiation to save the young. In 2011, the Fukushima nuclear power plant was hit by a large earthquake followed by a tsunami. This caused significant damage resulting in radiation leaks, and the surrounding towns had to be evacuated. Crews were sent in to clean the radiation, and an unlikely group formed for this dangerous work. The Skilled Veterans Corps is a group of volunteers made up of retired professionals. Their goal is to save the young from the dangerous effects of radiation, since they've already lived full lives. A completely selfless act born from sacrifice.
You want to do this?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm the one of the eldest people.
Number 6. Woman saves and adopts abandoned toddler. It's hard to imagine anyone hurting or neglecting a child, but it's a sad reality. In Nigeria, Enya Ringring Levine discovered an emaciated 2-year-old who was abandoned by his village. The child, named Hope, was suspected of being a witch, leaving his family and village to turn their back on him. Levine, an aid worker, was struck by the boy's frail appearance and decided to adopt him, restoring his health and giving him the love he deserves. For this, Enya was recognized by Om magazine, who named her the most inspiring person of the year in 2016. Number 5. Boy makes stuffed animals for sick kids. Remember what you were doing when you were 12? Maybe playing outside or watching cartoons? Well, Campbell Remis was not your typical 12-year-old. Instead, he spent most of his time handcrafting stuffed animals for other kids who needed them. He started doing this when he was 9 and wanted to give out Christmas presents to needy children.
And Mum said, oh, we couldn't afford that because we had 9 people in the family. So I said to Mum, I'll make them then.
As of 2016, Campbell had made over 800 toys, which he had sent all over the world. At such a young age, Campbell is already a proven entrepreneur and humanitarian, and someone we could all learn a thing or two from.
Yeah, so I auction and raffle these bears off and raise enough money, and people get nominated on my website for kindness cruises, which are cruises for people that are going through a hard time with cancer treatment.
Number 4. An FSU football player sits with an autistic boy for lunch. School can be a rough time, Between bullies and emotional self-discovery, it's easy to feel alone. 11-year-old Bo had the added challenge of being autistic, which left him isolated from other kids. One day when he was eating lunch alone like usual, football player Travis Rudolph came to the school and joined Bo for lunch. The picture of the two went viral, but more importantly, Bo made new friends. Bo and his mom later had dinner with the Florida State football team, and Bo often attends their games. Number 3, a canceled wedding turned into a fancy meal for the homeless. It takes special people to turn a bad situation into a beautiful one. When Carol and Willie's daughter Tamara canceled her wedding, her parents decided to host the city's homeless for a feast. The couple could have done anything with the room, like have their own party, but instead, they did something selfless. 200 homeless people enjoyed a 4-course meal. While everyone enjoyed the food, they also got something money can't buy, a sense of community, and beautiful memories they got to make with family and new friends. Number 2, people push train to save trapped man. Anyone who's ever taken public transportation knows the unique feeling of loneliness that comes with it. You're surrounded by people, but everyone is focused on the hustle of life. But when a man in Australia got his leg painfully stuck between the train and concrete platform, the hustle stopped. Suddenly, people had something else to focus on. Instead of waiting for rescue crews, hundreds of commuters worked together to push the train so the poor guy could get free. It goes to show that if we work together, we can move mountains, or at least trains. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I have great respect for authority. I have all authority. I treat them all real good, and they help me and everything.
The Australian Shepherd was born without a left eye. Trent lost vision in his left eye when he was 15.
Number 1, woman raises $400,000 for homeless man who brought her gas. Our number 1 spot proves that kindness can beget kindness. Kate McClure ran out of gas at the worst time, right on the interstate and late at night. Like most of us in that situation, she was panicked until a knight in shining armor arrived. Johnny, a homeless man, reassured her before walking to the nearest gas station. He then bought gas with the only money he had and walked it back to her. Kate started a GoFundMe to thank Johnny for his kindness, which went on to raise over $400,000.
Y'all did all that? That is awesome. Yeah. That changes my life.
You know what? Sometimes the internet can be a beautiful place.
I really hope to keep in touch with him. He's just the kind of guy who you want to be friends with. So I could see us being friends for, hopefully, forever.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.